Hello and welcome to another video about Cardano. We want to talk about the Cardano price, but we start with Bitcoin because Bitcoin is doing something very exciting at the moment, actually, and it is crucial for Cardano. I just want to show that to you. I'm on the 1 hour chart for Bitcoin, and yesterday we talked about this chart pattern here, and that I thought it would be a rather bearish one because it's a rectangular pattern, typically trend continuation, and we actually did drop to the downside. But the fact that we actually bounced off quite hard here from the 44,000 level now indicates that we could be breaking back into this rectangle, and we're doing that. So this actually is quite similar, and I've just found that online, so I just want to show that to you. But it is basically the Wyckoff. You probably are not aware of with Wyckoff patterns and what it is, but the Wyckoff cycle is something that's been around for a while, I think since around 100 years now. And it's just something that is still apparent in technical analysis today. And there are different phases: distribution, accumulation. I don't want to bore you, but what we might be in at the moment is the accumulation phase. And typically, and that's why I'm not 100% sure if that is actually the case, but typically that normally takes place after a prolonged downtrend. Now we only had a sharp sell-off now. It's not a prolonged downtrend, but what we can see, and I just very briefly introduced you to that. So normally we come from a downtrend, then you trade in a channel like that here, yeah? And in that channel you have various stages. So you have an initial selling climax, which you had either here or probably rather here, yeah, probably rather here actually. So you have that selling climax, then you have a bounce or automatic reaction where you go up onto the upper resistance level, then you make a higher low, a secondary test, a higher low. So you've got various higher lows here, okay. Then you have a trap, so an attempted breakout which fails. So it's like a trap sometimes called, which we have here. Then you have a secondary test of the support level. Now that could be either this one or this one, right? And then you break out to the downside, but it is, and sometimes, and it seems to be one, a spring, yeah, or a shakeout, just a spring. And basically what seems to happen, we have made this spring pattern, we have the test of the support zone, and we seem to be just breaking inside again. And what could then happen? You can clearly see that here. We go all the way up to the upper end of the resistance level, and if we manage to break above that level and retest it, then we'll have a range breakout, and that is the beginning of a new uptrend, guys. And that is what could happen, but only if we manage to break into this channel. And the decision is basically made now at this moment in time, so you can watch it. We are at around, we need to get above 45,600, I would say. Maybe probably I need to bring that up a bit higher, so we probably need to get above 45,700, I would say, and that's where we are now, guys. And this morning it was looking like we make a lower low, right? But we've since made a higher low, and it seems like we seem to want to break back in, and that would be a really bullish sign. If we then manage to break above 47,300, in my opinion, we are back. We're good again. And the other thing that I want to talk about on the daily, and I did mention it yesterday, but I want to mention it again because it is crucial for Cardano as well. In a couple of days, maybe even tomorrow, we will have a golden cross here on the Bitcoin chart. Whenever that happened before, we went to new highs, guys. So these two things coming together now are looking really good for Bitcoin and for Cardano as well. And someone seems to recognize that because we are probably suddenly jumping out. And this morning I told you as well that we were in this ascending triangle. I told you it's looking more likely to break to the upside, and it did. Again, seems to work out. Now we seem to struggle with that level here at the moment, but guys, just believe me, if Bitcoin is in that Wyckoff accumulation pattern and breaks to the upside, that will fuel the price even more. And if we then in the next couple of days, or tomorrow even on the 12th, which is the big day for Cardano holders, if we then have this golden cross on the Bitcoin chart, guys, I think it's looking good. So that breakout is very strong now. Really like to see that. I did say this morning it's looking like, we're making higher lows here. Making higher lows. Typically you've got an ascending triangle, which is then typically a move to the upside. Not always, but typically. And on top of that, now we've got the Bitcoin golden cross. So things are coming together now. but only, and in my opinion, only if Bitcoin manages to break out or break into that level again. So that is crucial, and we are, of course, I'm going to update you later today about that. But that's a good sign. I'm sure you guys are all happy now. That could just be a fake breakout, it could be, but it's looking really strong actually. Looking really nice on the hourly here. We need to get above that level now, which is the 255, yeah. And then above that we've got I've got it on here as 263. That was on the hourly, but it all depends. Typically on the hourly here is looking like the 263 level, so we need to get above that. And it's looking good. It's looking good. These are two good news for Bitcoin and Cardano, especially that Wyckoff accumulation pattern. If that plays out, that would be really nice. It really looks like the Wyckoff accumulation pattern. Now, again, normally it takes place after a prolonged downtrend, so I'm not 100% sure, but just, well, we need to break back in. That is what Wyckoff requires. We need to break back in. You can see that here. We need to test that zone. We need to break back into this range that we are currently, that rectangle, that purple rectangle. We need to break back into that. And it seems like Cardano is taking this already away before it's actually happening. That's really nice that played out as ascending triangle. And let's see what's going to happen. But in my opinion, that's a really good sign now, of course. It's a very strong move to the upside. That one was here just now. 7%, it's just amazing. And guys, maybe this is just the moment that we've all been waiting for. Of course, a rejection here at the moment. Quite a strong one looking like that. But let's see how that plays out. Definitely bullish sign now, and another bullish sign potentially moving into there. If that happens, you can see how the Cardano price is following the Bitcoin price. I think other people are probably seeing that as well. So people know what's going on. The powers that are making the markets, they know what's going on. So they see Bitcoin could break back in there. And that's why there's a huge expectation currently for Cardano as well, because that will just fuel the price if Bitcoin manages to break into that rectangle. Well, that's pretty much the message I have at the moment. I think that would be really bullish. That would be a play out of the Wyckoff accumulation pattern, which is bullish. And yeah, I keep observing these markets and I will keep you updated, guys. So let's hope for the best. Yeah, a good Saturday, good weekend, big weekend for Cardano holders anyway, and we're all excited. I hope you managed to buy at good prices, and see you in the next video. Bye.